Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. This quote hits hard, right? It's a perfect entry point into our discussion today about the intersection of minimalism and Stoicism. So, stick around as we dive into how these ancient ideas can simplify our chaotic modern lives. All right, let's get into it. So what exactly is minimalism? At its core, it's about living with less. It's about focusing on what truly matters and eliminating the distractions that clutter our lives. And then we have Stoicism, which is all about resilience and virtue. Now combine these two and you've got something powerful. Imagine a life where you're not weighed down by possessions or the constant need for more, living intentionally, making choices that reflect your values. That's what minimalist Stoicism offers us, a way to simplify our lives while also building inner strength. Today's video, we'll explore how these philosophies can transform our modern existence into something truly fulfilling. Now let's talk about the world we live in today. It's overwhelming, right? We're bombarded with notifications, advertisements, and the pressure to keep up with everyone else. Constant noise can lead to a lot of stress and dissatisfaction. We find ourselves chasing after things, whether it's the latest gadget or that new trend, only to feel empty once we have them. Many of us feel like we're on a hamster wheel, running but not really getting anywhere. The more we accumulate, the more we realize that it doesn't necessarily lead to happiness. It's like trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in it. That's where the teachings of Stoicism come into play, helping us address the root of this problem by shifting our focus from external possessions to internal virtues. Understanding how our modern lives contribute to our stress and dissatisfaction can begin to see why minimalist Stoicism is not just a trend, but a necessary approach for navigating today's chaotic world. Let's dive deeper into some key Stoic principles that can change the game for us. First up is the idea of focusing on what we can control. You see, Stoics teach us to distinguish between what's within our power and what isn't. It means we stop stressing about external factors, someone else's opinion, or the state of the economy. Instead, put our energy into our reactions and responses. Next, we have the importance of virtue. Stoicism emphasizes living a life of integrity, wisdom, courage, and moderation. This ties in beautifully with minimalism. When we value virtues over possessions, start making choices that align with our true selves, leading to a more meaningful existence. Now think about how these principles can be practically applied. For instance, instead of impulsively buying that new phone, ask yourself, is this truly necessary for my happiness? Or instead of getting stressed out about a busy schedule, focus on how you can prioritize what matters most to you. By integrating these Stoic ideas with a minimalist mindset, we can carve out a life that isn't just about having less, but about experiencing more peace, more joy, and more fulfillment, about stripping away the excess to uncover what's really important. Let me share a quick story that really illustrates the power of minimalist Stoicism. There's a guy named Ryan who was just like many of us, caught up in a cycle of consumerism. He was always buying the latest gadgets, filling his home with stuff he didn't need, and constantly upgrading his lifestyle. One day he hit a wall, realized he was more stressed than ever, and felt completely unfulfilled. So he decided to make a change. He started decluttering his space, getting rid of things that didn't serve him. First it was hard, but as he let go of material possessions, he started to feel lighter, then dove into Stoic philosophy, learning to focus on what he could control. He shifted his mindset and prioritized living with intention. Fast forward a few months and Ryan had transformed his life. He was no longer tied to his possessions. Instead, he spent more time with his loved ones, pursued his passions, and found joy in simplicity. The story shows us that embracing minimalist Stoicism can lead to profound changes, freeing us from the burdens of excess and leading us toward a more meaningful life. So what have we learned today? Minimalism and Stoicism together offer us a roadmap to navigate our busy lives. By focusing on what we can control and embracing virtues, we can simplify our existence and find true fulfillment. About making intentional choices, letting go of the unnecessary, and creating a life that resonates with who we really are. You reflect on the insights shared today. Think about how you can incorporate these principles into your own life. There are things that you can let go of. How can you focus more on your inner virtues? The journey to a simpler, more intentional life starts with small steps.